नमस्कार दोस्तों, आप सबका स्वागत है सहोदर यूट्यूब लाइव के संडे एडिशन में। जैसा कि मैंने पहले भी बताया था पिछले यूट्यूब लाइव में कि ये लास्ट संडे यूट्यूब लाइव है जो हम कर रहे हैं लॉकडाउन के दौरान। भले ही लॉकडाउन एक्सटेंड हो रहा है कुछ जगहों पर, कुछ जगहों पर नहीं हो रहा है। इसके बाद हम यूट्यूब लाइव ज़रूर जारी रखेंगे, पर हम एक ही यूट्यूब लाइव किया करेंगे सप्ताह में, जो कि शनिवार को होगा। समय अमूमन वही रखेंगे जो अभी है, पर अगर कोई भी चेंज होगा तो ऑफ कोर्स सोशल मीडिया और व्हाट्सएप के माध्यम से आप सबको सूचित कर दिया जाएगा। आज के सवाल लेने से पहले मैं कुछ बातें डिस्कस करना चाहता हूँ, बताना चाहता हूँ, और वो रिलेटेड हैं मेरे यूट्यूब पोस्ट। लॉकडाउन की वजह से अपने मेंटेनेंस कम करवाएं, इसके बारे में बहुत से लोगों ने इस बात को सराहा है कि मैंने यह टेम्पलेट बनाई, लगाई, और मुझे उम्मीद है कि बहुत से लोगों को इससे फ़ायदा होगा। क्योंकि अगर आपकी आमदनी नहीं है, अगर आप कमा नहीं रहे हैं, आप उस लेवल पे नहीं कमा रहे हैं जिस लेवल पे आप पहले कमाते थे, तो क्यों आप लड़की को मेंटेनेंस दें उस लेवल पर जो आपकी पहले कमाई थी। और इन सारी एप्लीकेशन का क्रक्स यही है। यह एप्लीकेशन लगाने को लेकर कुछ संदेह हैं, हालांकि मैंने यह क्लैरिफाई कर दिया था पहले भी उस वीडियो में भी, और आज मैं दोबारा क्लैरिफाई करना चाहता हूँ कि यह एप्लीकेशन, जो भी टेम्पलेट्स मैंने दिए हैं, इसको आप अपने हिसाब से अमेंड कीजिए और उसे फौरी तौर पर, फ़ौरन जिस दिन कोर्ट खुलते हैं उस दिन आपको ये सारी एप्लीकेशंस लगा देनी चाहिए, इससे पहले कि आपकी बीवी एग्जीक्यूशन लगाए। आपकी अपने मेंटेनेंस, कैंसिलेशन, अमेंडमेंट, सस्पेंशन, मॉडिफिकेशन, रिवोकेशन, या जिन भी शब्दों से आप समझ सकते हैं, कम करना, रद्द करना, सस्पेंड करना, उसकी एप्लीकेशन आपकी लग जानी चाहिए। अगर आपने वेट किया और बीवी ने एग्जीक्यूशन पहले लगा दी, तो आप ये खतरा उठाते हैं कि आप एग्जीक्यूशन का जवाब देंगे। नंबर 2, अगर कोई मॉडिफिकेशन होगा तो वो तब से इन्फोर्सेबल होगा जब आपकी एप्लीकेशन पे ऑर्डर होगा। जितनी लेट आप ये एप्लीकेशन लगाएंगे उतना लेट आपका पुराना ऑर्डर मॉडिफाई होगा। अपनी बोनाफाइडी दिखाना चाहते हैं तो आप कोर्ट में ये जरूर कह सकते हैं, ये बयान दे सकते हैं, ये अंडरटेकिंग दे सकते हैं कि जब आपकी आमदनी पहले वाले लेवल पे पहुंच जाएगी तो आप जो लड़की को पहले मेंटेनेंस दे रहे थे उतना मेंटेनेंस देते रहेंगे। ऑफ कोर्स हर तरह के लोग सवाल करते हैं, और जब आपका नंबर पब्लिक होता है तो कुछ अनर्गल एसएमएस, व्हाट्सएप भी आते हैं। तो एक व्हाट्सएप आया था जिसका जवाब मैं पब्लिकली देना चाहूँगा, और व्हाट्सएप ये था कि अगर आप अपनी बीवी को संभाल नहीं सकते तो आपने शादी क्यों की? आप अपनी बीवी और बच्चों को मेंटेनेंस नहीं दे सकते तो आपने शादी क्यों की? तो मैंने उसका जवाब दिया था, और मैं आज यहाँ पे पुनः उसका जवाब देना चाहता हूँ कि बीवी और बच्चे, उनके साथ रहने के लिए बीवी से शादी की थी और बच्चे किए थे ताकि वो उनके साथ रह पाएँ। हम किसी भी इंसान ने, हम में से जिनके ऊपर झूठे मुकदमे लाद दिए गए हैं, शादी किसी और वजह से नहीं की थी। अगर ऐसी बीवी बिना किसी रीज़न के हमसे अलग रहना चाहती है, हमारे ऊपर झूठे मुकदमे लादना चाहती है, हमें अपने बच्चों से मिलने नहीं देना चाहती है, तो ऐसी बीवी को मैं कतई मेंटेनेंस देने के पक्ष में नहीं हूँ। और डार्विन ने कहा है, सर्वाइवल ऑफ द फिट, अगर मैं फिट रहूँगा तभी मैं सर्वाइव कर सकता हूँ। अगर मेरी आमदनी का एक हिस्सा हमेशा काट दिया जाएगा तो मेरे सर्वाइवल में, मेरी सुविधाओं में उतनी ही कटौती होगी। मैं कतई ये नहीं कहता हूँ कि कोर्ट के ऑर्डर का सम्मान नहीं करना चाहिए, पर मेंटेनेंस जितनी कम से कम हो उतना अच्छा है, और भरपूर कोशिश करनी चाहिए कि मेंटेनेंस ना लगे, कम लगे, और अगर लगे तो जल्दी से जल्दी हट जाए। किसी भी हालत में मैं नहीं चाहूँगा कि मैं ऐसी औरत जिससे कि मेरा दुराव है को मेंटेनेंस देता रहूँ। इस सब के बाद अब मैं प्रश्न लेने शुरू करता हूँ जो आज लोगों ने पहले पूछे हुए हैं। सबसे पहला सवाल प्रशांत श्रीवास्तव जी का। प्रशांत श्रीवास्तव has a question, and the question is, Shoni ji, namaskar. I did not receive notice of DV as it was sent on my address and not on my son's rented accommodation. Can it go against us like any ex parte order? DIL has mentioned in her complaint allegations of 498A, 354, 5406, 377. Can I apply for AB through this DV case but do not have certified copy of DV due to lockdown? Should I join CAW cell UP? Please suggest. Should I file WS if I get a certified copy from the court and not the notice? So it seems that there is a case against your son, that is Prashant's son has a case, and he is also made a party. It is not clear that in whose name that particular notice was sent. If it was sent in your name and you have not received it, the court can proceed ex parte against you. However, if the notice was sent in the name of your son and you have not received it, you have not done anything wrong. Let court service the summon at the appropriate address where your son is residing. Now, coming to your complaint, which is of 498, 354, and 377. So, I am sure that 354 is either on you or any other son or son in law of yours. So, you should attend CAW proceedings wherever they are, because in CAW cell, before FIR, you cannot be arrested. And secondly, you should also work with the lawyer. One is non available, and you should not be remain at risk of being arrested. Though I understand during these situations of COVID, police is not making unnecessary or arbitrary arrests. However, you should be careful that you are not arrested after the COVID pandemic is over, and that is why it is imperative that you should seek the relief of anticipatory bail as soon as the courts reopen in UP. I am taking another question now. This question is from Nitin. Nitin has asked me, hello sir, a girl at first filed a cheating case on false promise of marriage and then without any marriage being performed has filed DVC 498A and RCR. Surprise and shocking is how the cases were entertained by court without any valid proofs. Now she has obtained residence order in DVC by managing the judge what to do. I have been fighting these cases since 2 years. They are doing this for money, and this girl happens to be sister of my banking relationship manager, who knows my financials and have been filing false FIR. Uh, it is very sad, Nitin, that number one, she has filed all these cases. One is that she has filed a cheating case, and secondly, on the same pretext, she has filed a 498 and DV saying that she was married to you. So both these cases cannot continue in uh, at one time. If I were in your place, I would have taken recourse in either quashing or challenge the summoning order itself, because there is no proof of marriage. However, now you are stating that she has already obtained residence order in DVC by managing the judge. So there is the only recourse which you have right now is challenge this particular order of residence right which has been given by a judge, and you should challenge it in the session court, and let us see whether our plea that we she was not legally married and there was no domestic relationship between us stands in the court or not. And this is the only thing which we can do right now, because the order has already been passed. If an order has been passed, it will either be honored or challenged. in a higher court. I am taking a question from Dayanand. Nitin has another question. Please advise how to face the police and court rituals. So, Nitin, you have already been facing police and courts for last 2 years. I don't know what is the problem you are facing right now. If you can tell me what exact problem you are facing, then definitely I can probably help you in that bit as well. Now, taking a question from Dayanand. Dayanand has a question. Will it benefit husband to file a judicial separation as a counterclaim to wife's divorce petition if child is involved and husband wants child custody as a condition of divorce? Unfortunately, no. You can only file a case of divorce as a counterclaim under 23 B of Hindu Marriage Act and not judicial separation. So the law is very clear that respondent can seek certain relief only, and you should go for that particular relief only. Secondly, that child custody is a condition of divorce. I don't agree with it. If you want the child custody, the right recourse is by going to Guardian and Ward Act and seeking bail, seeking the child custody in that. I am taking another question from Alert Bell. Alert Bell is FIR is registered for cognizable offence with the GD complaint number, and GD complaint is registered for non-cognizable offence. So we have already discussed Alert Bell about it in one of the YouTube live, that if you have a genuine grievance, you should take it to National Human Rights Commission, as well as you can file a writ also about it, that there has been gross misconduct on the part of the police. So please excuse me because of certain delay. My tea has come right now, so I'll sip my tea along with this. So Prem Kumar Singh has a question. Date for cross in divorce filed by wife was on 13th and 14th May. Due to lockdown, no proceeding. What can be done to get early date? How to let court know the recent cruelties by wife as the same are serious and false allegations that commensurate with the already submitted grounds of cruelty. So Prem Kumar Singh, my first question is that what are the recent cruelties? The recent cruelties are the same cruelties which he has been doing previously, or any new cruelty. If there is any new cruelty, you can definitely add it as a ground, or you can use it in your evidence. However, I won't suggest you editing or changing the contents of your petition, amending your petition at this stage of time, because it will unnecessarily delay your case. You can definitely use it in your evidence. There is a Supreme Court ruling in this regard which says that events subsequent to filing of the divorce petition can also be taken in account by the court while granting divorce. So definitely you can use these grounds and see to it that they are entertained by court while deciding your divorce petition. So this is something which I will rather suggest you rather than amending your plaint. I am taking a question from Harmeet Narula. The question is, if she demands 50 lakhs compensation under DV with just 47 days of marriage and no serious complaint, just a vague one that I have relationship with someone else, daily how much time the case runs, and is the amount of 50 lakhs seriously awarded? Do we need to worry, or any strategy we need to follow to ensure this amount becomes zero? I already have 156.3 on her dad as they came to our house and to in any way during DV case. We have CCTV footage as proof. So, Harmeet, as whatever you have mentioned, and I believe that as your case is in Delhi. The how much the case runs depend upon both the parties. Only one party can definitely run the case little faster, but it cannot be 100% faster if one party is hell bent on delaying the case. So if one party is delaying the case, the other party should make sure that the case is not delayed because of his account. So if he is trying to delay the case, it should not be delayed from your end. That is number one. You should make sure that every court date is an effective date. Every court date, some business is carried out in the court and no adjournment is taken by you. And if she tries to take any adjournment, heavy court should be imposed on her. That is one. Now, secondly, that she just have one vague allegation that you are in a relationship with someone else. So then this in itself will not be any domestic violence. Number one, and cases on these ground should be disposed of very fast because there is only one aspect which the court has to decide, and that is whether you actually have a relationship with someone else or you don't have a relationship with someone else. If you don't have a relationship with someone else, then the case does not stand. Her grouse is unfounded. And honestly, telling you that I have never seen these kind of 50 lakhs, 1 crore, 2 crore, 4 crore, 5 crore being demanded and awarded. To be very candid, the number of people I have been counseling, and anybody, barely one or two have got any damages or have to give any damages or any compensation for domestic violence. Definitely, interim maintenance and final maintenance has been uh, loaded to a lot of people. A lot of people have been saddled with them, but compensation per se, I have not seen, barely seen for one or two cases, actually. And there too, there was one particular case in which there was a MLC, and the other case, I honestly don't remember why it was, but I remember the client name now. But it was for, I don't remember that. So don't worry about all these aspects. I am taking a question from Vinay Sharma. Vinay Sharma has a question that she was doing a job prior to before marriage and after marriage, but when I filed the divorce petition, she left the job and she moved an application under section 24 and said that she is only housewoman. I have all the docs. So please suggest, can court allow maintenance or not? So Vijay, because she was working before marriage, she was working after marriage, and till the day you filed divorce, she was definitely working. If these are the situations, then she has left the job or incapacitated herself only to get maintenance from you or delay the case. There are only two things: either she is trying to delay the case or she is trying to get maintenance from you, from money from you. Now we have to see what is her prime motive. If her prime motive is to get the money out of you, and secondly, I have to see what is your prime motive also. I have a different strategy for these kind of people. Supposedly, I have to pay a maintenance of say 5,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees or 7,000 rupees or 8,000 rupees, and that does not impact my disposable income by much. See, I am earning, as in my case, I was earning around 80,000 rupees and I was saddled with a maintenance of only 5,000 rupees. Uh, I won't challenge in these particular circumstances the maintenance reward at all. I won't even contest it. I'll rather happily pay that maintenance and run the cases very fast. Even if I challenge it, I'll seek a early hearing, early disposal order, rather than uh, maintenance being reduced. So one has to see what is her income, what was her income, what is your income, how much maintenance she can possibly get. Is it more than what she was earning? Is it more than what you can afford? How much delay will be caused if her maintenance application is kept pending? Because see, one date means nearly 4 months in Delhi. I don't know where your case is, but in Delhi, one date means 3 to 4 months. So if I have wasted 2 to 3 dates, I have practically wasted 1 year of my life. So I don't know. You can take your call on that. However, most of the time I have loser. I have no mercy on any kind of losers, and especially on people who have self inflicted wounds. I have no mercy with them. So you have to take a call on this, and I have already given you what things should be under your consideration. What consideration you should contest this case, challenge this award if it is given, or not challenge any award. Now I have a question from Deep Chand. Sir, I want my false dowry case to get closed fast. What is fast track in 498 case? Do I need to go to HC for getting order for a speedy trial in lower court? Wife left after 9 years. I got AB from lower court. Case stages charge sheet filed. Deep Chand, unfortunately, most of the people I know they want their cases to run fast, but there is a limitation by the number of judges which are there. We are really short of 5,000 judges in trial court. That is nearly 30% or more than 25% of the strength of judges which is sanctioned. There are cases are numerous. Right now, whenever anybody goes to High Court or even Supreme Court seeking an order for fast tracking a particular case, generally does not get a favorable order. Secondly, even if they get an order, the order does not mention a date. It mentions that as expeditiously as possible. Time limits are also not followed by judges by citing various delays and getting newer and newer reasons for delaying the trial. Honestly, at this point of time, and especially now that we are facing COVID like delays. So honestly, at this point of time, you going to higher court to get a speedy trial order seems nearly impossible to me. I'll rather suggest you wait for a couple of hearings to take place. Uh, Ketan Balsara has a question. Sir, I have been facing false 498 DV from my wife. I have one baby girl of around 2 years. My wife had planned and trapped as it was my second marriage. She is characterless girl, and I have proof for it. So, Ketan, if you have proof that she is a characterless girl, then the last thing I'll advise you that you leave the child with that characterless woman. If you have proofs, you should file first Guardian and Ward Act. Second is that you should file for divorce. I'm not too much worried about the cases which are running, because if they are false cases and if you have all the proof of her being characterless, even if a small bit of violence has taken place from your side, that will not stand in the court of law. Secondly, the courts will be wary of leaving a girl of impressionable age with the characterless woman. And if you love your child, you should not leave your child with a characterless woman. So these are my word of advice to you. If you have any further query, how to put these proofs in court, you can definitely ask those queries. Any other query also with related to DV or 498 and how to defend. If you have any particular specific query, please do ask. I'll try to answer them. Dinesh Chandra has queries. Dinesh Chandra has queries that after leaving home with kids, wife filed 125 for her and kids. Case is pending. Interim is not as yet decided. Whenever you are trying to go lower or higher, there is sometimes it happens. Let me come back to that same particular case. Yeah. So after leaving home with kids, wife filed 125 for her and kids. Case is pending. Interim is not yet decided. Wife's salary, government is 85% of mine. Meanwhile, she did a false FIR and put pressure on IU, due to which I got arrested and now being suspended by my office. Though as per rules, I am entitled to higher salary in my suspension period, but has not got any. Question: will there be effect of my present circumstances on 125 and interim maintenance? 100%. Dinesh, 100%. It will impact your interim maintenance as well as final maintenance. One, you are suspended. So your salary, your income, take home income is now nearly 50% of her income. In this particular circumstances, I think the court should not award any maintenance to the children also. All the maintenance of children should be on her shoulders only. So it will definitely impact your maintenance. Secondly, as per my understanding, any suspension can no suspension can continue beyond a period of 90 days. So if your office has given you a charge sheet about your suspension, please contest it and get reinstated. Start earning and start fighting the cases in a spirited manner. Arrest has happened, it has happened once. Even I was arrested, so don't worry about it. Let it be past. Even Mahatma Gandhi was arrested. Even Subhash Chandra Bose was arrested. So that has happened. That's okay. Don't get disheartened. You will come out of it strongly. Sumit from Pune, wife filed maintenance and DV cases, has demanded 40K maintenance. She has showed in court that she has left the job. So what is the question, Sumit? Again, this question, this particular part aspect, I have already answered that if she has left the job, the loss is hers, because rarely court grants similar kind of maintenance which she was earning. So, and secondly, you can argue that she has left the job only to get the maintenance. It also depends upon how much your income is and when she left the job. So this will be a repetitive answer only. I have a question from Kathi Raman D. His question is, sir, I have not seen my son. His age is 2. Can my wife permanently not show my son against court orders without respecting court? I have filed GW custody for my son. So, Kathi, if your wife is not following the orders of the court, the recourse is to go for contempt. There is no other way. If you have a court order and you are not able to enforce it, then it will be double whammy. First, there was something which happened against you. Secondly, now you already have a court order, but which is not being followed. So definitely go for contempt and ask the court to transfer the custody permanently. And if the court is pleased to do that, go for execution and pick the child. Siva Kumara has a question. Sir, false 498 filed against me, my family in February 2019 and got bail on the same month in Andhra High Court. But charge sheet is filed by police and they insist on settlement with huge amount. What is the recourse? So Siva, there is a poem by the title If, and it is a poem by Rudyard Kipling. And there is a line which is one of my favorite lines, that if you are if you can wait and not be tired by waiting. So if you can wait and not be tired by waiting, then only you will win. And these cases do take time. Please understand, no police officer can force you to come for a settlement by paying even a single penny or not paying anything. They cannot force you. Please understand this. Please keep this in mind. Please bear this in mind. Let them say do anything. Eventually, they'll have to file charge sheet in court. And once they file charge sheet in court, you will it will bring the girl into the witness box. You will get time to cross-examine her, roast her, and that is the time which you should wait for. Tell them that you are not interested in any kind of settlement and you are very happy that no charge sheet is being filed. Let us see what happens thereafter. Sometimes they know that you are in a hurry and that is why they are delaying it. Let them know that you are very happy with the delay. One of the strategies which I used to do in my court cases, wherever I was in a hurry, I used to request court to give me a long date. Sir, please give me a longer date. Please, sir, I have to come from this particular place. And I made sure that the opposite party seeks an early date. And then I used to agree, sir, then if you are giving this date, then please prepone it to this date also. So this is something which I learned how we can, sometimes. Of course, I was mostly part in person, so it could work for me, but it may not work with your kind of settlement arrangements with the lawyers and everything. But definitely, these are few things which I have learned, and I'm sharing it with you. So I am now taking a question from Virender Singh. Virender Singh has a question. Sir, wife has tapped my phone calls, conversation of me and my relatives, and now she is spreading to other person. What legal action can be taken? I have all the evidences to prove the tapping of call. Another, she filed DV case asking for residence, but I am doing job in Mumbai and native is in Ganganagar. She has never lived in my native place more than 10 at a time, but stayed with me for 6 months in Mumbai at a time. So can she get right of residence on my native place, or if I say I can pay the rent for her but not allowed her to stay in my house, is it possible? What argument should I mention to court? There is further question. Well, she is working in Ganganagar also, so can't stay with me in Mumbai. Her net salary is 26K, but 70% in probation time. Mine is 65K. In Rajasthan, probability only get 70% only, no child. Okay. So this was a question which you had asked last time also. Now you have clarified this question and given more details. First of all, Virender, I need to understand how she has tapped this phone. If she has tapped this phone by putting a software in your phone, then of course this is no great crime, because these things are not termed illegal if you are doing it to your spouse, at least in Indian courts till now. However, if she has used any other hacking mechanism, then of course we can trap her. Or if she has put software in the phone of any of your relatives and so forth, then of course definitely those relatives can give a complaint. Secondly, as she has stayed with you and your residence is in Mumbai, she cannot get a right of residence in your native place, that is in Ganganagar. If she has to get right of residence, it has to be in Mumbai and the place where you are staying and nowhere else. Thirdly, coming to your question that the probationers get only 70% of salary in Rajasthan, I am not aware of that particular thing. If that is the case, even then, her income, considering that you are in Mumbai and she is in a city like Ganganagar, there is a huge difference in cost of living. And if she is not paying rent and you are paying rent, that will take care of a lot of difference. So you should argue on these aspects which I have already told you, and if you do so, I'm sure that the magistrate will be pleased not to allow any maintenance or right of residence to her. And I'll be very happy if you share the good news with us soon on this particular thing, that your DV case has been dismissed or no right of residence has been granted to her in your relative's house, in your native house. I am taking a question from Dr. Abhay. His question is, me and my wife both are doctor by profession, same salary, house and car and bank balances with no kids. Does my wife eligible for maintenance? So, Dr. Saab, in these particular circumstances which you have told us, that where both of you are doctors by profession, nearly same salary, same kind of house and car and bank balances both of you have, she is not eligible for any maintenance or any alimony. Be assured, don't worry about it. She will not get any maintenance from you. Now I am taking a question from Ankur Jain. द क्वेश्चन इज सर, पत्नी ने महिला थाने में कंप्लेन में दहेज में दिया है. सॉरी आई विल रीड इट अगेन. सर, पत्नी ने महिला थाने में कंप्लेन की, उसमें लिखा है कि दहेज में दिया गया एसी, फ्रिज, टीवी लिखा हुआ है. क्या अब भी यह सामान स्त्री धन में आएगा और हम दहेज देने का मुकदमे कैसे करा सकते हैं? 498 डीवी केस अब कोर्ट में चल रहा है. तो अंकुर जी का सवाल है कि उनकी जो बीवी थी उसने कोर्ट के अंदर जो सामान वो लाई थी, एसी, फ्रिज, टीवी, उसको दहेज का सामान या स्त्री धन बताया गया. तो क्या वह स्त्री धन है? डेफिनेटली अगर यह सब सामान वह अपने साथ शादी के समय लाई थी तो यह स्त्री धन की श्रेणी में आता है और आपको इसे वापस करना चाहिए. दूसरा, क्या हम उस पर दहेज देने का मुकदमा करा सकते हैं? बहुत से मेंस राइट्स ग्रुप इसके बारे में एडवाइस देते हैं कि आपको DP3, जिसको भी दहेज विरोधी अधिनियम की धारा 3, डॉवरी प्रोहिबिशन एक्ट सेक्शन 3 के अंतर्गत कंप्लेंट करनी चाहिए. मैं ऐसी सलाह नहीं देता हूँ, रादर मैं लोगों को कहता हूँ कि आपको इस तरह के केसेस नहीं करने चाहिए. उनका एक्सपीरियंस अलग है, मेरा एक्सपीरियंस अलग है. जब मैं इस तरह की सलाह पहले भी नहीं देता हूँ तो मैं आपको भी यही कहूँगा कि मैं इस बारे में नहीं कहूँगा कि आपको कैसे करना चाहिए. जब मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि केस करना नहीं चाहिए तो मैं आपको ये नहीं बता सकता कि केस कैसे करना चाहिए. मेरे हिसाब से आपको केस नहीं करना चाहिए इस तरह का. आपको अपने ऊपर लगाए गए तमाम आरोपों को जमकर लड़ना चाहिए, अपनी बेगुनाही कोर्ट के अंदर साबित. फालतू के केसेस नहीं लड़ने चाहिए. Vivek Rana probably had a question but which he has deleted. I'm sorry, I could not reach you in time. Maybe next time, if you can put your question a little early, then probably I'll be able to answer it, sir. I'm very sorry. I have a question from Nave SWA, and there is a long list of things which he has mentioned, so I'll have to read it out. Got cases as below. She walked out on February 2016, leaving daughter now aged 11 years, 498 March. So this was the question which you had asked me yesterday. Okay, so let me recap what he has to say. And he had asked the question yesterday and we had asked him to give us the details today. So his question is that his wife was an adulterous woman. He has a video and photographic proof of her sexual activities with someone else. He has a daughter who is now 11 years of age. 3 years back, his wife left him, and the daughter, there was a maintenance case which was filed against him, and a child custody case which the woman has filed to get the custody of the girl child. And there was another criminal case. Nave, I'd like to see that judgment. If you can send it to me over WhatsApp, it will be great. Now, his question is, how can I use whatever orders he has got, because his child custody application has been rejected, maintenance has been rejected, even 354D he has been acquitted in 498A case. So what stays the 498A cases? You can use all these things in your arguments, or probably, I don't know, the cases have to be read. You can use part of it in confronting her in during her evidence. However, saying that because you have got acquittal and all these cases have been rejected, this 498A case will be outrightly thrown out of the court is not true. I believe you should rather approach this court and request for shorter dates all the time. Please request shorter and shorter dates and get it in 498A fast. I'm very happy that you retained the custody of the child, and I'm sure that the adulterous woman should not get custody of the children. She is a bad influence on them. I am taking a question from Vishwadeep Singh. Girl post 498-307. We got strong proof. Now she want to come back. Her relatives asking to forget. What should I do? Ask her to give in writing. I don't want to bring her back. What should be the strategy? So Vishdeep, if you don't want her to want to bring her back on your own, why are you getting into any kind of arguments? Just say that you don't want her back and contest the cases on merits. I have not seen many convictions. Please be aware, I have not seen many convictions. Even if trial court convicts somebody, it will extend the bail and then you can go to session court to get it. They could when and most of the anywhere in men's rights you go, you will get to hear that the conviction rate is less than 1% or less than 2% even. So why you want to bring her back? Under what version you want to bring her back? A person who has filed cases like 307 on you, that you tried to kill her, attempted murder of her, you want to bring her back. I am sorry, I'll be very, very doubtful, and I'll always be worried about this particular thing if she is back in my house. I'll not advise you to bring her back. Now, Ankit June has a question. Sir, my divorce petition is pending for past 2 years, filed by me for mental cruelty. Can I start a relationship again with someone? Will it be taken against me if my estranged wife submits proof of the same? Now, Ankit, let us assume that you are in a relationship with another lady. Your wife finds out. She brings these proofs to court. What is the worst which can happen to you? She'll seek divorce on your adultery. Let it be. You are anyway seeking divorce. But will it impact your maintenance or alimony? Definitely. Definitely, it will impact the maintenance which is or alimony which is granted to the wife, because then you will be the party at fault. And in India, Section 25 of Hindu Marriage Act or the similar provisions Special Marriage Act states that conduct of the party should be taken in account by the court while deciding maintenance. So this is something which I have to tell you. Just you are a wise man. You can decide what you want to do. If you want to have a live-in, go ahead. No law stops you. It is not illegal, but definitely it can impact your alimony, and you should be aware of that. I'm taking a question from Koshlinda Sharma. His question is, पत्नी टिकटॉक पर मुझे और मेरे परिवार को बदनाम कर रही है, स्क्रीनशॉट है मेरे पास, मुझे क्या करना चाहिए? घरेलू हिंसा और दहेज का केस चल रहा है दिल्ली में। तो कुशलिंदर जी, ऐसे स्थिति में कि आपकी पत्नी आपको टिकटॉक पर आपको और आपके परिवार को बदनाम कर रही है, तो ऐसे केसेस में आपके परिवार की अगर कोई महिला सदस्य है, इसके खिलाफ इंजंक्शन लेने जाएगी तो उसे आराम से इंजंक्शन मिल जाएगा। और मैं ये ऐसे ही नहीं कह रहा हूँ, एक मित्र को मैंने ऐसा इंजेक्शन दिलवाया भी है। ठीक है, दिल्ली कोर्ट से ही मिला है उसे इंजेक्शन, और वो फेसबुक और व्हाट्सएप पे लोगों को मैसेज भेजने के अगेंस्ट कोर्ट ने लड़की को रिस्ट्रेन किया था। तो ये आपको इस तरह के आदेश के लिए जाना चाहिए। साथ ही सवाल है, दहेज केस में कोर्ट ने मेरी फैमिली को चार्ज के टाइम डिस्चार्ज कर दिया, सिर्फ मुझ पर चार्ज फ्रेम किया। क्या मेरे परिवार वाले मानहानि का केस दायर कर सकते हैं? बिल्कुल कर सकते हैं, मानहानि का भी कर सकते हैं और मैलिशियस प्रोसिक्यूशन का भी कर सकते हैं। इसके लिए आपको पहले उनको एक नोटिस देना होगा, और बहुत हद तक उम्मीद है कि अगर कई बार नोटिस में ही सामने वाली पार्टी आ जाती है कि नहीं जी हम अब केस लड़ना नहीं चाहते, हमसे फैसला करना चाहते हैं, तो आपको कर लेना चाहिए। Amit Gupta has a question. Sir, court granted me visitation by video call thrice a week for my son, but wife has poisoned son and she points camera toward roof during video call and son stays silent during video call of 7 to 8 minutes. What action can I take to improve my interaction and bonding with my son? Amit, very candidly, as your son is poisoned at this point of time, no, and it is lockdown situation, pandemic situation. You cannot visit him. You cannot converse with him against his wishes. So unfortunately, there is nothing much you can do right now. Be patient. Let times change. When you will be meeting your child in person, you will be able to spend greater length of time with him in person, whether in court premises or outside the court. You will have a better chance of influencing him and weaning out the child from his poisoned state. Only then you can expect any meaningful relationship with your son. If this is the kind of thing which will continue thrice a week, the child will be further antagonized, because a child does not like to go through the same turmoil or trauma time and again. I'll rather suggest that you record all these couple of these incidents, what has happened, and then you can take it to the court and ask for physical, access of the child. Sooner or later, you will be granted that, and then you will have a better time to influence the child. One strategy in similar lines which I had seen and worked in my case, I have advised to many other people and it has worked with them as well. I don't know how old is your child, but for very young child, 5, 6, 7, 8-year old child, I always suggest take another child of the similar age from your family with you and let children play. Let children play. Let children have a good time. Let your son look forward to this particular meeting as a playtime. Take all the kind of toys whichever you can. I used to go with the, you know, load of my whole dicky of my car was full with toys. Whatever my son asked, I took it and went there. My child used to look forward to our visitation, and I always took son of my sister with me, who was near. There was only a period of 9 months difference between their age, so both the children used to play. They used to love playing, you know. And how much time you can spend with the child of 4 year, 3 year, 5 year? The, these children get bored and you soon run out of things to talk. I understand your emotions, but please, the emotions should have a rational action with it. You eventually want the custody of your child. You eventually want the child to grow fonder of you. You don't want the child to be antagonized further from you. I remember the first time my child came to me after a gap of nearly 2 years, he asked me, आपने मेरी मम्मा को मारा था? I said, नहीं मारा बच्चे. And that was it. I never tried to tell him कि your mom did this thing, that thing. Even after so many years, whenever my child asks me anything, I answer him honestly, candidly, openly. I have never tried to influence him or brainwash him against my ex-wife. Your child is not your property. Please understand. You are merely a custodian. You should always work in the best interest of child, and only by doing so, you will be doing a great service to your child. Only then you should have access and custody of the child, not to poison the mind of the child against the other parent. It is okay if the child grows and hates one parent rather than he grows hating both parents. So please keep these things in mind. And these are my emotions. Sometimes I get very emotional about these touchy issues, child issues, and that is why probably I have never mentioned I could never come up with an exhaustive article on child custody because somewhere emotionally it is very sapping for me to write about child custody. Uh, so now I have a question from Jai Bharat. Jai Bharat Shoni sir, a big thank you for the efforts and personal time. Location Delhi, false case of 498A, 406. What things can be done for a speedy trial? Bharat, I have already answered this question. Delhi courts are already burdened, very, very burdened. There is hardly anything you can do. You can just pray that there are more judges actually, especially for these particular kind of cases. In DV cases, in divorce cases, you are getting dates of 6 months, and I'm very sorry. With these kind of cases running, it will take nearly 7 years for 498 case to complete in Delhi trial court itself. So only thing you can praise, maybe there are new judges and more courtrooms in Delhi to deal with these kind of cases. Amit Gupta, can I file? Has asked about child custody. Can I file contempt against her? Yes, you can definitely, but before that, do whatever I have told you. I am taking a question from Anupam Bhomik. And the question is, sir, I have got AB from Patna High Court. I'm sorry, I have lost this. Sometimes the tracker runs very fast. Sir, I am AB from Patna, divorce filed by wife, minor daughter custody given to wife. Can I adopt a child officially? Maintenance filing during 498 to 2. So his question is that he already has a girl child, which has the custody of which has been granted to his wife. Can he adopt another child? Yes, he can adopt a son if he is a Hindu. He cannot adopt another daughter because he already has a daughter, biological daughter. So the law does not allow him to adopt another daughter when he already has a daughter living. So you can go ahead and adopt a son. There is you don't need a consent from your wife for this. The only thing you have to mention that you are a separated person for your wife, though there is no legal divorce which has happened. Shari Gupta has a question. So we are already running out of time. So I'll now the next three questions I'm taking, and then we'll have to end this meeting. So Shari Gupta has a question. The question is, sir, paying 6K to my wife before maintenance case freely, and my salary is 80K. Now I lost my job in COVID. I am in depression, so don't know what when I get job. So in case, how much maintenance court can grant? Shari, I have already had a video specifically on lockdown and maintenance on my YouTube channel. Please go and have a look at it. If you have lost the job due to COVID, then the court will understand this particular situation and may not settle you with a higher amount of maintenance. However, I am sure that because your career is also at stake, you are working on getting your job back. All the best for that. uh, Rishi G has a question, sir. Charge sheet filed, but complainant not comply. CRPC 191 notice given by police. Any benefit to accused? All the benefit to accused. All the benefits to the queries which he has not answered is to the accused. The case is of the prosecution. The prosecution says that the witness is not doing whatever was required from him. The witness is not giving supporting the case of the prosecution. It is a state case, so all the benefit goes to accused. The girl should have worked with police, should have provided all the documents which the police needed to file a good charge sheet, but she has not done. She has not helped at all. So once the witness is not helpful to the prosecution, the benefit goes to the accused. I am taking a question from Rajneesh Arora. Rajneesh has a question, sir. Please make one detailed video if both the parties, like me and my wife and her family, ready for mutual divorce. However, my wife family made the list of expenses, asking double money. How to deal? I spent only 28 days in marriage. It is almost 2 years we are not living together. No cases started. So Rajneesh, you are asking me to create a video how to negotiate with the other party for mutual consent divorce. How can one make a video about it? I am not sure, because the way we negotiate things here is definitely when only one person has the power, that is the woman, and she has the power that she can go and file false cases against you. What I always feel genuine is that all the marriage expenses should be shared equally by both the parties, and that is how I genuinely feel about it. That you would have spent X amount, they would have spent Y amount, so both the expenses should be X plus Y by 2. Whosoever has spent higher amount, the other party should give it to them in these particular kind of cases. If there is a child involved, definitely I ask the person who is not, or I advise the person who is not the custodian parent to support the other parent. But honestly, I have not come to any magic formula how to negotiate. Sometimes I feel like negotiating in a market or a roadside vendor is easier, you know, and sometimes I also get frustrated. But this is how things are actually. Uh, so अर्पित जैन हैज रिटन दैट प्लीज आज मेरे क्वेरी लीजिए, क्वेरी मेंशन नहीं है, मैंने क्वेश्चन आपसे 2 वीक पहले पूछा था, आई हैव व्हाट्सएप यू ऑलरेडी। अर्पित जी, मुझे उम्मीद है कि आपका अगर व्हाट्सएप आया था तो मैंने जवाब दे दिया होगा, हो सकता है आपका व्हाट्सएप जवाब ना दे पाया हूँ, गलती से डिलीट हो गया हो, गलती से ये समझ लिया हो कि जवाब दे दिया है। अब समय खत्म हो गया है, आप दोबारा व्हाट्सएप कर दीजिएगा कि आज या कल आपको जवाब दें, पर अपना नाम लिखिएगा, अपने शहर का नाम लिखिएगा, तभी मैं जवाब दे पाऊंगा। बहुत से अननोन लोग अपना नाम बताए बिना अपना कोई भी स्क्रीन नेम दे दीजिए, मुझे शहर तो बता दीजिए कम से कम, सवाल पूछते हैं, ऐसे लोगों को मैं जवाब नहीं देता। जो भी इंसान अपने केस के बारे में डिटेल्स नहीं बताना चाहता, मैं जवाब नहीं देता हूँ, मैं सिर्फ उन्हीं को जवाब देता हूँ जो कुछ फैक्ट्स बता देते हैं, और कहीं भी शक होता है कि ये जेन्युइन सवाल नहीं है, मैं उनका जवाब नहीं देता। इन चीज़ों के बारे में बड़ा किया। तो दोस्तों, जैसा कि आप सभी देख रहे हैं कि समय जो है खत्म होने वाला है आज की मीटिंग का। लॉकडाउन में हमने बहुत अलग अलग तरह से मीटिंग्स सहोदर की जारी रखने की कोशिश की। पहले जूम भी किया, फिर यूट्यूब लाइव भी किया, यूट्यूब लाइव हफ्ते में 2 बार भी किया। ये संडे का लास्ट सेशन था। हम यूट्यूब लाइव फिलहाल जारी रखेंगे क्योंकि कुछ स्टेट्स में लॉकडाउन डेफिनेटली जारी रहेगा, पर अब यूट्यूब लाइव सिर्फ सप्ताह में शनिवार को हुआ करेगा। अमूमन उसका समय 5 बजे शाम ही रहेगा, पर जब फिजिकल मीटिंग स्टार्ट हो जाएगी तो समय में शायद बदलाव होगा। उसके बारे में जानकारी आपको ट्विटर पे, व्हाट्सएप पे या यूट्यूब चैनल पर अगर आपने सब्सक्राइब किया हुआ है तो मिल जाएगा। तो आप अपना स्नेह बनाए रखें। हमारे व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप, सहोदर व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में ज्वाइन हो। उसमें सवालों के जवाब मैं नहीं देता हूँ, वो ग्रुप बेस्ड सर्विस है। अगर आपको मेरे से कोई सवाल करना है तो अनफॉर्चुनेटली मैं इतने सब सवालों के जवाब नहीं दे पाऊंगा सबके, तो ग्रुप बेस्ड सहोदर से जुड़िए। धन्यवाद। सुरक्षित रहिए कोविड से, यही मेरी कामना है। धन्यवाद।